Welcome to our August Timely Tips. We're really happy to have you here. This month, we're talking about mental health, a really important conversation, very similar to money, in that we tend to struggle with talking about the things that really matter. And, with everybody suffering during the pandemic, people are going through the challenges of COVID together, but very differently. And mental health is one of those areas that we really need to shed light on because lots and lots of people are suffering from anxiety and depression during COVID. And, we had an Instagram live around mental health and COVID last month. And some of the things that we spoke about was just how COVID has been one of those things where just thinking about what the future looks like can be really challenging, can be really concerning for people. There's a lot of unknowns with COVID, and our brains it doesn't like the unknown. And I think that's one of the reasons why, a lot of reports around anxiety and depression have been so rampant. And so we wanted to offer you some tips on how you can deal with facing all of the challenges, the emotional challenges and the financial challenges of COVID by practicing mindfulness, for example. That's one of the tips that the one of our guests offered was mindfulness. And for those of you who don't know about mindfulness, it's really setting an intention around being positive with your thoughts. One of the most fascinating pieces of information that came out of the talk was the more you think about negative thoughts, the more they stay with you and the more they get ingrained more solidly in your mind. And I thought that was a powerful message. So the more you think about negative things, the more they get ingrained in your mind and the more that they haunt you. So it's super important during this time to will yourself to think positively, because whatever you think of, the more you focus on that, the more that will grow. So you want positive thoughts to grow in your mind, especially at this time. And yes, we still don't know what COVID is going to offer as time goes on, but truly some of the other things that the guests offered, our experts offered, was spend time with friends, spend time with family, stay connected, especially if you feel isolated, reach out to people, be prepared to be vulnerable. Just like I talk to people about being vulnerable about finance and asking for help, saying that you don't know, and being prepared to ask for help. It's really similar when it comes to mental health. I know for the self-employed people out there like myself that are positive thinkers, can-do people, even more important for us, people like us, and I'm naming myself, to feel comfortable asking for help, to feel comfortable telling people that you need them. And another thing that the guests offered that I thought was really interesting was the importance of routine. We try to get our kids into a routine for a reason. It's really good for your mental health to be in a routine. It just keeps you grounded. So those are some of the tips I can offer, which is practice mindfulness, trying to stay positive, keeping your thoughts positive, super, super important, focusing on what you want, even though we don't know what the future brings. Also spending time with friends and family and keeping yourself into a routine. Crucial things to do during COVID to practice positive mental health. So as I mentioned, this month's Timely Tips focuses on mental health and COVID, which I've talked about very much in the Timely Tips. But we also are talking about this month unemployment, facing the challenges of unemployment, and also all of the CERB updates. What you should know is that CERB has been extended for another 4 weeks. So starting September 3rd, CERB has been extended for another 4 weeks. And for everyone who is on CERB, they're going to transition automatically to EI. And if you'd like more information on that, check out my 1-minute video. For all of you who tune into Timely Tips, we just want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you so much for the feedback. We really appreciate all of the love and support we get for this. And we always want to encourage you, if you have an idea for future Timely Tips, please reach out to us. Please reach out to our team. We're always looking for ideas. And if you're financially hurting during COVID and you need to talk to us, we talked about the challenges of mental health and also of unemployment for people who are going through unemployment during this time. They're also hurting. Feel free to reach out to my team if you'd like to have someone look at your finances. We're definitely here for you during this time. And thank you again for tuning into this month's Timely Tips. Check out my blog post on Instagram. Please feel free to check out our YouTube channel. Again, thanks so much for tuning into this month's Timely Tips, and see you next month.